Friends, we all know that since humans began using fossil fuels like petrol and natural gas, the temperature of our Earth has been steadily rising. Our ozone layer is weakening, and our atmosphere is slowly deteriorating. Scientists believe that if this continues in the coming years, the heat on Earth will rise to a level where humans won't be able to bear it. In such a case, we'll have to leave Earth and find a new home, a new planet. Now, while there are 8 planets in our solar system, if any of them could potentially support life, it would be Mars. This is because on Mars, we found some clues that suggest there may have been life there once. But then something happened to Mars that wiped out life, turning the planet into a mound of dust. Yes, friends, today's video is all about studying Mars. In this video, we will uncover some fascinating secrets of Mars and try to learn as much as we can about this planet. So this video is going to be really interesting, so make sure you watch it till the end. I'm Abdul Hanan, and you are watching your own channel for family. The story of Mars begins about 4.5 billion years ago. It is believed that around that time, gases and dust in space came together to form a planet that ended up being the 4th planet from the Sun. Mars is the 2nd smallest planet in our solar system, located about 270 million kilometers away from Earth. If we were to send a very fast spacecraft to Mars, it would take around 7 months to get there. Mars is often called the Red Planet because it appears red in color. Ancient Romans believed the red color was due to blood and battles fought by their gods on Mars. However, according to science, the red color comes from the soil of Mars, which is red in hue, and the dense atmosphere there might also contribute to its appearance. Now, our Earth has only one moon, which looks beautiful shining in the night sky. But Mars has not one, but 2 moons. But here's the twist. These moons are not as charming as Earth's moon. They're irregular and quite ugly. One is called Phobos, and the other is Deimos. Both of them orbit Mars, but Phobos is slowly drifting towards Mars. It's believed that eventually Phobos will either collide with Mars or break into smaller pieces, forming a ring around Mars, much like Saturn or Uranus. As I mentioned earlier, Mars has a very dense atmosphere, which causes the biggest dust storms in the solar system. These storms can cover the entire planet and last for weeks. Unlike Earth, where the ozone layer protects us from dangerous radiation from the sun, Mars has no ozone layer. So Mars constantly experiences harmful radiation. If you were to take off your spacesuit on Mars, bubbles would form in your blood and you would die instantly. Now let's talk about the size of Mars. Mars is about 6 times smaller than Earth. That means 6 planets the size of Mars could fit inside Earth. Mars is home to some of the largest mountain ranges in the solar system, and the biggest volcano on Mars, Olympus Mons, is 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Scientists believe that Olympus Mons was once an active volcano, but became extinct about 50 million years ago, right after the dinosaurs went extinct. So that's a bit about what Mars is like and some of the dangers it poses. There are constant radiation showers, huge dust storms, and an average temperature of minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit, colder than Antarctica. Now the big question, despite all these dangers, why do humans want to go to Mars? We have other much larger planets in our solar system, so why Mars? The main reason is that Mars is the closest planet to Earth. Now, you might ask, what about Venus, which is also close? The thing with Venus is that it is the hottest planet in the solar system. Although Mercury is closest to the Sun, Venus is even hotter. The temperature on Venus is so high it feels like molten lava. If humans were to go to Venus, we would burn alive, so Venus is not an option. Jupiter is another planet, but it's made of such dangerous gases that it would be impossible to land on it. Beyond Jupiter, we have Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, which are like giant ice balls. I've made a separate video about Uranus, and if you're interested, you can check that out. In any case, none of these planets are viable for human habitation, so Mars remains our best bet. Yes, Mars' environment is harsh, but scientists have found some promising signs that life could be sustained there. For example, water. Yes, scientists have discovered water on Mars, but it's not flowing from the surface. Instead, it's frozen at the southern polar caps of Mars. Scientists believe that there is so much water there that if it were melted, it could cover the entire planet to a depth of 36 feet. This discovery of water is a huge hope for humans to survive on Mars. In addition, dry riverbeds have been found on Mars, suggesting that Mars once had flowing rivers, just like Earth. There are also other pieces of evidence that suggest life may have existed on Mars at one point. NASA and SpaceX are studying Mars extensively, and SpaceX's founder Elon Musk has even announced plans to build a city on Mars by 2050 where millions of humans could live. As humans can't stay on Mars for extended periods to study it, NASA is sending robots, rovers, to Mars. So far, NASA has sent 5 rovers to Mars, 2 of which have stopped functioning, but 3 are still working and studying the planet. These rovers are controlled from Earth in NASA's laboratories, and building these rovers is an expensive endeavor. For example, NASA spent $2.5 billion on its 5th rover that was sent to Mars in 2021. In the future, humans will be able to live on Mars. Scientists have been studying the planet for years, and we're just one step closer to the dream of humans living on Mars. Now, regarding whether life ever existed on Mars, scientists speculate that millions of years ago, a planet-sized object may have collided with Mars, wiping out any potential life and causing the planet to become what it is today. But one thing's for sure, humans may one day create life on Mars. If I were asked to go to Mars, I wouldn't want to. Or would you go? Let me know in the comments below. So friends, that's all for today's video. I hope you found it interesting. Please give it a like if you did, because a lot of research and hard work went into making it. If you want to keep watching more interesting videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for family. So we stay connected. I'll see you in the next video.